sail on a dream on a crystal clear ocean, ride on the crest of a wild raging storm, work in the service of life and the living, search of the answers to questions unknown, be part of the movement, part of the growing, part of the beginning to understand. Hi, Calypso, the places you've been to, things that you've shown us, the stories you tell. Hi, Calypso, I sing to your spirit, the men who have served you so long and so well. Well, hi there, pluckers. I've saw things again with you with hopefully yet another John Denver classic for you. Okay, this of course is Calypso, and I am in standard tuning, and this is my arrangement for a single acoustic guitar. Okay, so let's get to it. So we've got to say standard tuning, no capos, doing it in the same key as the original version. Okay, so let's get to it. This is a fairly simple song. I only did the intro, the first verse and the first chorus, because that's all there is in it. Just repeats another verse and a couple of choruses, okay, and away you go. So this is it. So the first chord is this. Nice and simple. It's an A add 9, okay, and all you need is 2 fingers. So basically I'm resting my thumb on the bottom E string. I'm not really sounding the bottom E string. Try and mute that if you can, okay? Just rest your thumb on it. You've got an open A string, then you've got your third, I'm playing it with my third finger on the 7th fret of the 4th string, and my second finger is playing the 6th fret of the 3rd string. You've got an open second and an open top E. So that should sound from 5 downwards like, okay, that's the first chord, and the second chord is this, and this is a B minor 7th slash A, or B minor 7th A in the bass. Okay, so what am I doing there? So from this shape here, first the A add 9, all you do is you leave your third finger where it is, take the second finger away and add your pinky to the 7th fret on the 3rd string and your first finger to the top E string 1st fret. So you've got an open A string, again open A string, mute the bottom E string with the thumb resting on it, open A string, 7th fret of the 4th string, 7th fret of the 3rd string, open second and 5th fret of the top E. Again, all the way down from 5 downwards is, should sound like that. Okay, and those are the 2 chords for the intro and the verse. Okay, so we start off, it's not a fairly slow number, and it's the A add 9, and then the B minor 7th with A in the bass. Does that twice. Right, go and let's start to sing the same chords. Sail on a dream on a crystal clear ocean, to ride on the crest of a wild D with a B minor 7th. Repeat. Work in the service of life and the living, search of the answers to a question B minor says no. And again, part of the movement, part of the growing, part of the beginning to understand. Now this is the next chord. This is an E minor 7th with A in the bass. Okay. Again, you could actually play the bottom E string open with this because it's an E minor chord. I don't tend to, but I just keep my thumb on it. But if you want to play the open E on this, you can. So what I'm basically playing here is I've got my second finger on the 5th fret of the 4th string, my first finger on the 4th fret of the 3rd string, and my third finger on the 5th fret of the 2nd string, the B string. Open A string, possibly an open bottom E if you want to play the bottom E, and the top E string is open. Okay, so from 5 downwards it should sound like that. I mean, you could, like I say, you could play the bottom E with it, but I think that's a bit much. It's a bit bass heavy, I think, if you do that. So right, so let's go up to that point. Okay, so from the beginning we'll do 2 intros of A add 9 and B minor 7th / A, and then we continue those 2 chords all the way through the verse until the final where it goes to understand, and that's that E minor 7th, 5 downwards. Okay, so here we go, slowly. Intro 2 times, then the singing. Okay. Comes the verse. Sail on the dream, crystal clear ocean, ride on the crest of a wild raging storm. Repeat. Work in the service of the life and the living, search of the answers to the questions unknown. And again. To be part of the movement, part of the growing, part of the E minor 7th to understand. Okay, it's quite a long time on that E minor 7th. Okay, so let's just do that last line again. To be part of the movement, part of the growing, part of the beginning to understand. Right, here comes the chorus, right? D. This is very simple, it's just a mixture of D, A and E, okay, majors, okay, so I, Calypso, A, places you've been to, so that's D to A, I, Calypso, A, places you've been to, D, things that you A, for B to E, da 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 A, so that's D. I, Calypso, A, places you've been to, D, things that you A, thrown us to, E, stories you A, tell. Got that? I, Calypso, places you've been to, things that you've shown us, the stories you tell. Repeat, D. I, Calypso, A, think of your spirit, D. That A served you E long and so well. So it's 2 lots of the same there. Okay, so once again, slowly the chorus. I D A D da 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 A da 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 E A, and again D da 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 A da 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 D A E A. Okay, so we'll go from the last verse, the last line of the verse, okay, part to be part of the movement, okay, so, part of the movement, part of the growing, part of the beginning to understand. I, Calypso, places you've been to, things that you've shown us, the things that you tell. I, Calypso, I sing to your spirit, men who have served you so long as the well. Now comes the yodely bit. Right, now that's an E chord. And then we do this little progression, okay, on the D chord. So it's E, E, da da da, da 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 da, and that's D, da. Then you do this chord, D, D9 sort of, D would add 9. So all you do is you take your third finger away and move this second finger up to the second fret of the second string. Leave the top E string open. Okay? Then take that second finger away and enter an A chord. So it's da 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 da. Okay? Da 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 to an A chord. Okay? Da da E da. Run down on a D. Da 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 da. And it's the same again, but obviously the singing goes up an octave or something. Yeah? Da 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 da. D, da. So he does it a couple of times, and then on the third time it goes to a D chord and just stays there for a while. Okay, so from the beginning of this bit again. Da, 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 come back to this intro. Okay, you got it. Okay, that's it. It just does another verse and then it does two choruses and finishes. Okay, so you've got everything you need there. Okay, so you can make your own arrangement up. So let's try and go through the whole thing slowly. Okay, here we go then. Let's go. Slow as you like. Sail on a dream, crystal clear ocean, ride on the twist of a wild ranging storm. Work in the service of life and the living, search for the answers to questions unknown. To be part of the movement and part of the growing, part of the beginning to understand. Calypso, the places you've been to, things that you've shown us, the stories you tell. Calypso, I sing to your spirit, the men who have served you so long and so well. And there you have it, boys and girls, my arrangement for a single acoustic guitar of John Denver's classic song Calypso. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Thanks very much for watching and listening.